Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. Tonight I'm going to try to keep the video as short as possible, nice, short, and sweet. Tonight we are making curry chicken. So first I'm going to go over everything that I'm using. I won't go over the dry seasonings because it's literally the same thing as if you were to make stew chicken like I did in my last video. The only thing that's different is we're using curry powder instead of the Grace browning, and I don't use tomatoes in my curry chicken. So I will show you all of the herbs that I'm using, and again we're using cut up portions of chicken thighs and chicken drumsticks. All right, so we have our scotch bonnet peppers. Today I am going to be using orange scotch bonnet peppers and green scotch bonnet peppers. We have our thyme, which is fresh, our pimento seeds, our scallions. I have a green bell pepper, onions, fresh garlic, and my plantains for my side dish. I will also be making rice and cabbage, but I've already showed you guys how I make my cabbage, so we're just gonna get started with our curry chicken. All right, so guys, the first thing we're going to do, if you remember from the stew chicken video, we're gonna add all of our fresh herbs, and everything has already been washed. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting my scallions. I'm gonna move the chicken over so you can see a little more of what I'm doing. Add our scallions. Going to add my onions. Slice my onions. And I use a small yellow onion because I'm not making too much chicken tonight. Have my fresh garlic. Go ahead and slice these up. There you go. Add some pimento seeds. If you want to know how much pimento seeds you should use, you can use about a teaspoon. Just measure it out in a teaspoon. Add our fresh thyme. I like to also break mine up. Adding our scotch bonnet pepper. Oops. Add our green scotch bonnet peppers. All right, and there you have it. All right, guys. So I'm actually going to save the bell peppers like I did in my stew chicken video until my chicken has been cooked, a little bit towards the end. I'm going to go ahead and start adding my dry seasonings. To start with I'll show you how the herbs look. I'll start with my dry seasoning. So I have my adobo. Have my seasoned salts. Garlic powder. black pepper. This top is so hard to open with no nails. Black pepper, black pepper, black pepper. We have our powdered chicken bouillon. About a half a pack of that. And then we have our Sazon. And we're gonna do about a half a pack of the Sazon as well. Ooh. Okay. Now we're gonna add our curry powder. Now my favorite curry powder is actually, it's called Betapak. It's from the Jamaican store. It comes in like a little plastic baggie, but I couldn't find it this time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain is also pretty good. Blue Mountain, guys, you can always use the Grace kind that they have at your local markets. All right, so we're gonna start off with 1 tablespoon of curry powder. 1 heaping tablespoon of curry powder. This is what everything should look like once we have it in our bowl. My chicken was already washed and cut. So now with your clean hands, curry does stain, so if you're worried about your fingernails, then you can always wear gloves. My nails look a mess, so we're gonna get started. Just gonna mix everything in. Really easy, guys. Mix, mix, mix. Mix it all in. And you wanna make sure your curry powder is mixed all the way in. You don't want it to be powdery. You wanna kinda make sure it's in your chicken. Mix everything in. And once they're all done, this is what it'll look like. And we are ready to put our curry chicken in the pot. You're gonna coat the bottom of your pot with some vegetable oil, and then once it gets hot, we're gonna add our chicken to the oil. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. All right, guys. So I have my pot coated at the bottom with some vegetable oil. So now I'm going to just pour my chicken right in and cover it up. So my heat is on high. Again, the oil is really hot, so be careful, guys. Place your cover on, and we're gonna let it stay right on high heat for about 2 minutes, and then we're gonna cut it down to medium heat. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes, guys. I'm gonna check on my chicken. You just wanna go ahead and stir it a little bit. Make sure that we don't have any burning going on at the bottom since our oil was so hot. And once you stir, this is what your curry chicken should look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and reduce heat down to medium. And I'm gonna have it cook for about 25 minutes before I come back with an update. Now you wanna make sure that you're checking, you know, every 5 to 7 minutes and stirring your chicken just to make sure that it does not begin to burn. All right, guys, so our chicken has been cooking for about 25 minutes now. This is what it should look like. It smells so delicious. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and stir it. And then what I'm going to do now is add a half a stick of butter to help thicken up my gravy. So I have my half a stick of butter. Pop that in. And then continue to stir around. Our curry sauce is nice and golden. You can see all the flavors, all the little seasonings. So we're going to let our butter melt down. And let it cook for maybe another 20 minutes or so. Gravy is already starting to thicken up. It looks so good. All right. So you want to cover it. And we're going to let it cook for about another 15 to 20 minutes. Okay guys, now let's take a look at our chicken. So far, it looks so good. Right? So the next thing we're gonna do is add our bell peppers. And I told you guys I was only going to use green, but I went ahead and added some yellow because I really love bell peppers. You don't have to add bell peppers to yours if you do not wish, but I really like the flavor that it gives my curry chicken, so I always use bell peppers in mine. But I try to stick to just green and yellow. I don't usually use the red or the orange. So look at that, guys. So now that we added our peppers, we're gonna cover and we're gonna continue on medium heat for another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna actually take our cover off and turn the heat up to high. That's gonna help thicken up our gravy. And we're almost there, guys. Nice and simple. Okay guys, so our chicken has been on high heat, uncovered. It's all done and ready to go. I told you guys this was going to be an easy recipe. Nice, short and sweet. So the total cook time for this is about 1.5 hours, but it always depends on how much chicken you're actually using. I'm not cooking for a big family. Like I said, it's just myself and my husband, so my total cook time was about 1.5 hours, but that varies. You really want to just pay attention to what your chicken looks like in the end. You want to make sure it's falling off the bone. Make sure your curry color is nice and rich. All your herbs are cooked down. And that's really it, guys. So I'm going to plate everything and then I'll show you what it looks like in the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you enjoyed this video. And share some suggestions on what you want me to make next, guys.